Hmm. I'm just wasting time trying to see if my stuff is working better now. Don't really have anything going on. Just wasting some time. So if you come into this at any point and you're trying to watch from the beginning, just don't. Just move forward. Got that. Somebody's out there. Hello, somebody. Just wasting time. If you want to put something in the chat, go right ahead. Just trying to get make sure my streaming is working again. Let's see here. So, got this here. All right. Got to find something to mail this in. Lo and behold, I haven't sold much on Etsy for a good while, and I sold one of the Mag Air series magnetic. What are these things for? For the exhaust on the laser. So this is for one that I designed for the 100 watt, or I guess 80 watt and above, and never listed them for sale, but somebody was asking me about it on Etsy, and so they ordered one. So basically, this goes in. Yeah, yes, Andy, it is a 6-inch one. It So this replaces the fan inside and attaches the. All right, hold on, let me back up a little bit. Let me back up a little bit. So this is the one that I designed for this laser back here, the 60 watt. So what you do is you take the fan out, and then you put this plate in. Normally there's magnets around here, and you attach the hose here, and so it'll lock itself in. And there's another ring that goes around here that has magnets on it. It'll lock itself into place. That way, if you like on my laser, it's in a closet, so to pull it out and so I created this as a product really to make it quick, easy disconnect. So it works out. It works pretty well, especially if you're going to pull the fan out and do a inline fan or what have you. So anyway, so that brings us to this one. This is this is one for the 100 watt, and what this does is inside does the fan, but on the 100 watt ones they have actually a flange that comes out from the machine, and that's where this comes into play. So this actually, the skinny end here, you can kind of see there's a little step. That end goes into that flange and then locks into place. And same concept. Then you put your exhaust hose on this side, send it out the wall or whatever. So so I gotta mail that out tomorrow and see what happens there. Let's see here. Andy says I've dropped out once and my video is freezing. See, here, let's go back here. Dale is asking how the Ranger video is going. Realistically, Dale, the videos are all shot. It's that I'm trying to edit them is like the worst thing on earth. Like most people, I don't like to hear my own voice, and so like trying to edit a video where all you do is talk at it. Oh, I hate it. I have about probably half of them halfway edited, like they're all started and all that good stuff, but haven't finished it. Tomorrow I need to get at least two of them out this week. So there was on the next one, the second episode of the construction of the Ranger CNC. There's it's the skeleton of the machine, like whatever the bed sits on and the linear rails and all that stuff. And I realized that as I was editing it, I didn't talk about how to make the 2x4s the proper size, and so I need to just go out there and get that done. Man, Andy saying I'm frozen. See, I don't understand what is going on. I think it'll be my winter build project. That's cool, Dale. That'll be awesome. Anyway, so yeah, so I need to get a couple of them out like this weekend because I need to. But it's going to be a constant a constant development project, really, too, because as I use mine and as other people build and use theirs, we're going to find weak points and be able to work on something that will correct weak points and deliver an even better product. Like already, just to let you in on something from that video that I put out already. The weak point of the whole machine at this point is it's the belts. Because it's such a big machine. The belt, there is some. You can't run it as fast as you probably could, and so I'm looking at. I was talking to Bob over there at Bob CNC about the Bell Everman drive system, and I'm doing some research onto that and seeing if that would make it better, really, and if not, like what else I could do. The Bell Everman drive is really neat. Hey, there's Mr. Gatton's out there too. Hey, Mr. Gatton. I'm just on here wasting some time. Trying to see if I figured out what was wrong with my streaming, but evidently not, because Andy's saying that I was breaking up and freezing. But the Bell Everman drive is pretty cool. Basically, what it does, on YouTube, if you look up Bob CNC Bell Everman drive, they did a shop talk on it a couple of years ago, and Bob does a really good job of explaining what it is. But basically, what it is, it's two belts, and since the belts have teeth in them, when you put them together, they lock into place. And so, if the drive belt like will go up over the gear like normal, like it is right now on the Ranger, and when it's outside of that unit, the belt is pushed together, and that will make it so that there's really no backlash to speak of. So it'll be interesting. But that's something that's as soon as I have some extra time to work on that, I'm gonna work on it. I've just been doing some research on it now. So let's see. Andy was asking, uh, is that a 6 inch? Yes. Yeah. These are 6 inch um, adapters, whatever they are. So pretty cool. Oh, let's see here. Um, there's Mr. Gatton. Hello, Mr. Gatton. Yeah. So I thought I had a moment of clarity on what's been causing my problems for streaming with all the glitchiness and all that crap. And it started when I went to North Carolina, or actually when I came back from North Carolina a month ago or so. And I just realized what it was. It's that I didn't have the little computer that I use for doing the streaming. I didn't have it. I didn't have it hardwired anymore, but I did originally. So um, let's see here. But anyway, so I plugged it in and I was like, oh well, I'll go live for a little bit just to see if it helped. Evidently, it's not really helping. Maybe it's a little bit better, but I got to, I guess, reboot the router again or something. Doesn't make any sense to me because it's we can stream TV shows and all that, but I guess it's the upload speed is getting pummeled. So got to figure it out. I'm gonna call the internet people tomorrow and see then because I don't know what else to do about it. Andy's asking, yeah, like a chain with a master link. Yeah, essentially, yeah. So everything links right in there, and it should be very good. Dale's asking, what would be the best email to get a hold of me? I'm getting the itch. Okay, it's going to be uh, um, Ryan at rballarddesigns.com. Is going to be the email that I'm using for that. And so I did the original designs of the Ranger on um, the original ones. Like, well, my machine was actually cut out on my Gatton CNC, and trying to tolerances on that machine are a little bit different than on my Ranger. So I'm making a lot more firewood, trying to make sure that everything is fitting the way that they're supposed to be fitting because the there's two machines and they're not 100,000% identical. So so I've been trying to get that situated when I have a moment. And we've had a bunch of power outages and everything else around here. It's been a mess, but it is what it is. We gotta get going. So look at that, all the way up from the 51st state there, Mr. Clyde. Hey, Clyde, how you doing, buddy? So yeah. Anybody else doing anything today? It's oh, I'm just realizing I have stuff in the background now. so so you see all this here. It's a lot of vinyl and a big vinyl cutter. I'll tell you the story about that since I got nothing else going on. So I don't know, probably a year and a half or so ago, um, the guy that I bought my original K40 from here in town, uh, we talk a bit and still and all that good stuff, and he uh, he was like, "Hey, I got these vinyl cutters. I'm done doing vinyl stuff. You want these? You want to buy these?" I was like, "Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know what I need them for, but okay, sure." saves me from going on Facebook Marketplace, right? And so we made a deal. I think it was two vinyl cutters, two identical ones right there, and I think it was like 250 or $300 or something like that. I mean, it was a pretty good deal for two. I think those are like 30-inch wide vinyl cutters, so it was pretty good, pretty decent deal. But we could never get together to for me to pick them up, and so after a couple weeks of telephone tag and all that stuff, it just fell by the wayside. Squirrel, everything else. So and then it would come up a couple months later. Hey, I'm going to sell these things. You want it? Yeah. Let's do it. So then, this has gone on 2 or 3 times over the last year and a half. And now, so a couple weeks ago, I saw on Facebook he was giving a bunch of stuff away. He evidently is him and his wife, or now former wife. She left, and he was just getting rid of stuff. All the garbage that she left behind. I mean, it was like wagons and it was whatever it was, whatever junk that she had left behind. He was listing it all up on Facebook saying, hey, if you want this, let me know, come get it. And so, just trying to be supportive, I said, hey, it looks like you're doing some spring cleaning. That's awesome. Congratulations. Good. Keep at it. And he sends me a message back and says, you want those vinyl cutters? Come get them. I said, I'm on my way. So went over there and, I get the 2 vinyl cutters, and he's like, here, I don't need any of this vinyl. So there's, the rolls and rolls and rolls and rolls of vinyl here. That box has like scraps, and some stuff is cut. Like that white piece right there is a like big giant compass cut out. All this stuff, he just starts throwing it all in my truck. And I was like, all right, well, so how much are you for all this? And he says, just take it. You just get it out of here. All right. Awesome. Thanks. So, of course, I don't need one big vinyl cutter. I mean, I do have a little Cricut type thing, or whatever they're called. And so I really don't need something this size, but whatever. Much less needing 2. So a lady that I know, I tow their stuff up for the Boy Scouts and all that for them, up to the one place where they have like yearly big giant yard sale-y, fall festival-y things. And so I'll take the Boy Scout trailer up there for them to sell beef sticks out of and stuff. And she does vinyl stuff, and but she does like T-shirts and cups and whatever. And but I know that I found out that she had lost her job at the end of last year, and so I was like, hey, I got something I can. We originally at one point we were going to split this whole shebang, of the 2 vinyl cutters, and the last time that we had talked to this guy, and so I just went over there and just gave her the other one and dropped that one off, and so that was cool. She was pretty excited. She's like, I don't know how we're using this thing. I was like, me neither. I don't. It's not the Cricut maker thing space or whatever it is to use it. You got to use some other program because it's one of those US cutter ones. So I haven't had time to even look at that and figure that stuff out. But yeah, there's a lot of vinyl. Most of it too is like regular vinyl. It's not like the high temperature stuff for like shirts or anything. It's he like went to before. He now has a restaurant that he opened up, but before that it was a food truck, and before that he would go to like Jeep shows and sell stickers and sweatshirts and whatever else cheap stuff. And so that's what he used to do. But since he doesn't do it anymore, it's just he's doing the restauranty thing. All this stuff was just sitting around. So yeah, there's a lot of vinyl. A lot. I will never use all this vinyl. I'm pretty sure, but it'll be kind of cool to be able to. There's definite uses for it though, like no matter what the color is, because you can use it for masking and stuff like that. Um, so it'll be we'll make use of it somehow. But I just had my uh, wife went away over the weekend, and so when she goes away, I try to do some cleaning of all my garbage. And so I was in the garage, and I had these sitting in the garage for a little bit of time. And I don't think you can see it in the camera because of the lights and all that, but there are some stickers on it, and they're not YouTube friendly stickers. Talking about the female body parts. The one on there, it's a female. There, right there. You know, female body part pair of them make me smile is what that one says. And yeah, there's a lot of on the other one. There was a lot of stickers, and so I felt bad trying to give that to this lady. So like I had it sitting out in the sun, and I was just scraping them all off. I was like, I cannot give this to this lady with all these things on here. But yeah, it was a mess, absolute mess. So yeah, Andy. Yep, it's a working shop and it's a disaster area. But yeah, it definitely is. So, but yeah, it's fun. What are you gonna do? Oh man. Um, what else has been going on? Been selling some stuff. I got on Facebook Marketplace. I think I told everybody before about my power washer stuff. A few of the little ones or the battery powered ones, and so they have these 2 amp hour 40-volt batteries. Yeah, of course they're all dead, and you can't revive them. I was trying to do that a little bit, but didn't work out. They you can't warranty them either because it's not like I bought them from a I didn't buy the pressure washer from Home Depot or Direct Tools Outlet or something like that. I bought them secondhand, so Ryobi won't cover any kind of warranty stuff. So which kind of sucks because these are, I mean, it's obvious they're brand new. They never came out of the package and they just sat around for a while until they died. And I've watched some videos about reviving them, but um, the internals of this are different than the other ones that I've seen. They all the other ones like you plug them in or whatever, and there's a reset ports on there, and you just put a jumper on there, and it'll reset it or whatever, reset the BMS. But not on these. These are different, I guess. But they do have some good 1876 cells in there that I think we could recharge and use for some other project. So I have 6 of these, and which kind of sucks because it makes it from being able to that tool by itself. I don't know how much it was. I want to say it's like $150 or something like that for this little pressure washer with the battery. But if you go to buy this battery by itself, just a 2 amp hour 40-volt battery from Ryobi, it's $109. So it really kills the value of those little pressure washer things. So, three of them had good batteries to them, and but the other 6 or 7 of them bricks. So I did have a 12-volt charger because I've had luck with this with some of the 18-volt ones in the past. Putting some charge onto them and getting it charged up enough to where the charger will recognize that it's actually battery on it. But these, you have to reset them at the same time to get it to go. Otherwise, like, the little lights will just sit there and blink until it dies. And so it didn't help out. So don't know what I'm going to do with those, but it is what it is on those. Sold a couple pressure washers today, so that was kind of cool. But my wife is trying to take all the money that I have earned from those, and she's planning a trip for my birthday, and she's like, "Yep, we're going to use that money for that trip." And I said, "Wait a second, you were planning this trip before I sold these pressure washers, so like, where was the money coming from before then?" Yeah, pretty funny. But I am doing 2 things definitely with it, with some funds from selling these pressure washers. The first one is I shouldn't even. Well, you guys will. The 5 of you that are here right now will get the scoop. Is I'm buying a battery for the forklift. So it's not going to be a big battery. It's not like a forklift battery, but I am buying a lithium battery for the forklift, 24-volt, 100-amp-hour battery, which should be enough to get it to move around. But I did list that forklift on Facebook Marketplace to get rid of it the other day, before I made this decision, because I don't think it's going to move in my driveway very well. So regardless if it has brakes or not, I don't think it's going to move very well in the driveway. But my thought process is that a forklift that can move under its own power is going to be more valuable than a forklift that doesn't move under its own power. The batteries that are in it, I keep them on a battery tender, but they have no capacity to them. They can operate the pump motor to raise and lower the forks, but I don't think it's strong enough or has any capacity to actually lift something with the forks. And it definitely does not have any capacity to provide enough power to actually move the machine at this point. So those batteries are it's shot. So, so I'm just picking up this 100-amp-hour, 24-volt battery, and it's like $300. So it's not bad. I mean, it's just some Amazon garbage. But I'm ordering that tonight, probably when I'm done screwing around on here, and we'll make some. I'll be able to actually do a video for it, because we're going to have to make a mount to hang the battery off the back. There's a couple holes that come off the back of the forklift, and so I'm just going to make a rack to set that on, and be able to mess around with it. So should be cool. One way or the other. I mean, it's sitting in the garage. It's not doing anything. So either it goes or it doesn't, or it sits there. But I do need to use it for. Since I've been spending a lot of time down in the garage. I do need it to lift the scoreboard up to its spot. I was trying to figure out how to do it the other day with just nothing down there. I was like, why am I doing this? we have the forklift, and need to make that work and function. So at least somehow it's going to get down to the shop, and will at least provide one service, which will be to lift the scoreboard up onto the wall, even though the scoreboard still doesn't work. But whatever, it'll look all right. But yeah, it's a 3-wheeled forklift. So when I tried to move it when I got it, it was not happy about being in the driveway. So I'm kind of thinking that it's not going to be happy at all trying to drive on my driveway. I have my driveway. It's pretty long, so we don't have it paved. We used millings, highway millings, or I guess what are they called? Yeah, I mean they're millings, but they're asphalt millings. So the forklift should move if it'll lift. Well, you would think it would, but it has 2 big, giant, inefficient DC motors on it. Well, I mean, they're not giant. This thing, it's a pretty small forklift. But so I mean, I haven't put anything on the forks themselves, and then tried to lift it with it. But I mean, so it's doing the high. It has enough capacity to run the hydraulic pump a little bit. I don't even know how much. Oh yeah, I'm an old forklift tech. Okay, all right, Scott. Well, it's a Clark TW20. I think from the 70s, maybe late 60s, early 70s. 24-volt forklift. So, yeah, I mean, it won't move, but you can hear the contactors go, but it doesn't have the. I checked the voltage when I push the pedal, the voltage like drops out. It's bad. So, but yeah, I'm keeping the battery tender on it right now, but it's not. There's no reason to. Those batteries are done. So, oh yeah, Scott's seen the pictures of the old forklift. So cool. Yeah, it's the right color for sure. I tend to like green these days. Green and gray, those are my colors. Mr. Gatton out there. Did everybody else watch Dave's video on his new machine? Oh, that is awesome. I had no idea that that's what he was. It was not on the bingo card that Dave was making a new CNC machine. I figured that with the with the sidewinder that he had sitting there and all that, and that he wouldn't build another CNC. I was trying to figure out what he was building, but even I didn't know what it was. So I had no clues, no nothing. There's Mr. Corliss. Mr. Corliss didn't have any clues either. But yeah, it was pretty cool looking machine. Yeah, she's beefy. That's what I would call it. I would call it beefy gat. No, but that's a stout machine right there. So congratulations to Mr. Gatton for building another one. I'm wondering. Well, I haven't had a chance to watch Paul and Dave last night, or anybody else that was on there. I don't know, because I was at a Metallica concert until 2 in the morning. I got home, but so I haven't been able to have time to watch the show yet from last night. But it's what I could be doing now, I guess. But watch that later on and check it out. So, what about you, Mr. Corliss? Were you surprised that Dave did another CNC? Oh man, yeah, that was pretty cool. There's been some cool videos out this week too. It um, we'll have some good discussions on Saturday. Hopefully, if I can get this stupid internet to work right. The what else have we been working on? Uh, that's about it, really, around here. I mean, this is a mess in here. Um, we did have fun last night in DC. Well, it's not DC. It was Landover. That's where the Washington Redskins play. It was at their stadium, uh, and my wife is a big Metallica fan, so went and she and it's kind of funny. Like her last year, we went and saw them up in New York at MetLife Stadium, and I'd never been to MetLife Stadium except ever, and the time that I go is to see a Metallica concert. It's not even to watch football. So, but it was a fun set of shows. They played. So what they do is they play the show that they play during the week. They do it a one night thing, but then they also play a Friday Sunday show somewhere, and those shows are pretty cool because they don't repeat any of the songs between the two nights. They're completely different. And they have different opening bands for them and stuff like that. So it was neat seeing the long format shows last year, and then seeing the one night show last night because man, they played all the hits for sure. There was only a couple songs that I didn't know that because I'm not the biggest Metallica fan. My wife is a big Metallica fan, um, but uh, but I like their hits. Yeah, their hits are good, and so um, it was fun to see the difference there. And we are going to go see them next weekend. So uh, down in Tampa, she bought tickets to go to Tampa. It's easy for us to fly to Tampa, though. The regional airport right here goes has a direct flight to Tampa. It takes 2 hours, and so it's like $100 or $120 or something like that, and for a round trip ticket. It's kind of crazy. So we're going to go down there. My brother is actually going too. He was there last night, and he went with us when we went up to New York last year. And he's a big fan, and he's a firefighter, and the guy can makes friends no matter where he's at. Um, you know, he's he's a unique individual, so it's pretty funny. Very very talky and chatty. So, but yeah, they're going with us next week too, so that'll be fun. I have to come up with something to dress up when we go. Because when we went to New York during the day, we went to like the Statue of Liberty and stuff like that. And I got one of the hat thingies that have the crown on it, and the Statue of Liberty crown. Yeah, it was very handsome, I must say, very handsome. And so I wore that the rest of the day and to the concert and everything. And my brother's wife she just thought I was too funny for it, and she enjoys it. She enjoys my sense of humor, my dry sense of humor, and so I'm gonna bring it with us down to which we call it, and um, wear it down there and surprise her that I brought my Statue of Liberty hat. So she's not watching this. My brother's not watching this garbage either. So I don't know why you guys are all watching this garbage. So, yeah, Paul is very surprised. Yeah, it was not on the bingo card for Mr. Gatton to do a new CNC machine. Not at all. I thought he was gonna like my initial thought when he said that he was working on a new project and he was milling stuff and blah blah blah. I thought he was gonna make his mill into a CNC, And but then he said, no, that's not what he was doing. I was like, oh, I have no idea what you're doing then. It'll be interesting to see. Oh, look, there we go. There's Mr. Dave with the Clack Shack. What's going on there, Mr. Clackley? Nothing's going on here, man. I'm just wasting some time. Trying to see if my internet was streaming was working okay. And hopefully it's a little bit better than what it was. Earlier it was glitching out a little bit more. But yeah, just hanging out, doing a whole lot of nothing at the moment. Um, you know, same old, same old. But yeah, pretty cool. Um, oh, what else did I do? I did do that cup video recently for my truck, and I made one for my wife's car too. Interestingly enough, not all the Owala bottles of that size, of that ounce size, is the same size. I didn't. You wouldn't have thought so. You would think that they would all be the same diameter since they're all the same height and stuff like that, but there is slight variations on it, and those slight variations make it so that I have to make her another one because her favorite cup does not fit. Well, it fits into the cup holder thing that I made, but when you go to pull it out, it sticks together. I mean, it's kind of like dogs. Red Rocket. Okay. Yeah. So it kind of holds itself in there. I guess it's kind of weird. So I got to make her another one, make it like 1% bigger, just to make sure that her favorite Owala cup will fit in there good. I might do it with some like a fuzzy skin or something like that too. I think that'd be kind of cool. The other ones that I did had were just straight pet G all the way up. Nothing crazy or fun. But I think I'll do. I'm going to do the fuzzy skin on it on another one for her, and try that out. See how well that works. See if it hides the layer lines like everybody says it's supposed to, and go from there. So whatever works, it works. Um, let's see here. Trying to see here. Oh, oh. Also, let's see. What was another one? Another video I saw just earlier today was from Jerry from 3DHP. Um, he was. We've been talking about the rigidity of some of these machines that are out there, um, and because Cutting It Close did a rigidity test when they were looking at the um, Onefinity and the alt mill. And what he would do is he would grab the breaking stuff. He would grab the bottom of the spindle and the top of the spindle and try to rock it back and forth and see what kind of flex it had. And so Jerry did this with his Jinmitsu that has been supersized, and he had a good bit of movement there on that Z plate and all that stuff. So pretty interesting to see. But really, all that's going to do is it just shows you what your limitations are for that machine. Because if you run it at an appropriate speed, that flex isn't going to have time to make a difference. But if you're trying to push it as fast as you can, then that flex will make a bit of a difference. So it just helps you figure it out a little bit more. Scott saying that the stream is getting better. That's good to see. Hey, the product is not getting better, but the execution is getting better. So I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. Oh yeah, I have a good story for Saturday night. I haven't even set up the stream yet for Saturday, but I do have a good story about a 3D printer. it's a heartbreak, and it's not a good story really. It's a heartbreaking story, and it's gut wrenching every time I think about it. But oh well, it is what it is. But I'll talk about that on Saturday night because man, it gets you. It gets you. Um, let's see here. What else we got going on? Not a whole lot here. My wife wants me to build a deck now. I mean, it's a good thing. See, Clack is out there. Hey, when you retire from the force, dude, you're gonna be so freaking busy. You're not really retiring. You're just signing up for another job. Is really what you're doing. Part job, part of that job is gonna be there in the shop. The other part of the job is doing all the other shit that everybody else needs you to do, like your family and all that stuff. Oh, hey, you're retired now. You got time to do X, Y, Z. Here, go build a deck, or whatever. And yeah, so we we bought. Oh man, when was that? Big Lots. I don't know if anybody else has Big Lots out there. Uh, Big Lots was a store that they got like uh, they just got the like overstock stuff or whatever, and they would sell that, and cheap, pretty relatively cheap, I guess. Some of it was okay price, some of it was higher than if you go to another store. Whatever. Anyway, a couple months ago, they went out of business. Like they shut down all their stores, and they were selling everything out of there. Well, we happened to go in at one point and saw a sign that they had on these. I don't know, it's not a gazebo, but it's not a canopy. It's from some company called Sunjoy, I think is the name of it. But it's a wooden like pavilion type of structure, and and it looked pretty inexpensive for what it was. And so I said something. I made the mistake. I said something to my wife of, "Hey, that looks interesting," because they didn't have any of it on the floor. All they had was like a printed out piece of paper on a stand, and it was said, "Hey, you have this thing, and it's I think it was $600 or $700, something like that." And so she was like, "Oh yeah, that's pretty good deal." I said, "Yeah, it is a pretty good deal because normally they're like $1,500 or something like that if you buy them at any other point. But because this place is going out of business, they were like $600-700, whatever it was." So she ends up calling her parents and saying, "Hey, you guys want one of these things for your deck?" Long story short, we end up buying all the ones that they had, and then we ended up at two other stores buying whatever they could get a hold of. I think the family ended up with like six of them altogether. And so we have two, and because my wife thought that we could put one down at the bottom of the basement here and go out, but it won't. It'll look doofy. It's not. It's like not big enough to go to fit across the whole thing or whatever. So it'll just look weird. But anyway, so it'll probably end up on Marketplace at some point. I don't know, or we'll do something with it. Whatever. But anyway, so the my in-laws have last weekend. I guess they got the itch and started putting one together. So my brother-in-law went over there and they got one together, and then let me know that they put it together. I was like, "Oh, thanks." Then the next day, my brother-in-law was going to put his together and on his deck. So I went over there to help, and then saw like how big this thing really is. It's bigger than what I thought it was going to be. I think it was bigger than what any of us thought they were going to be. But it's kind of cool. I mean, it's got wood everywhere, and then it's got a metal roof that it goes onto. So it's not bad. for what you're buying, it's fine. But anyway, so as soon as I saw the size of this thing, I was like, ooh, the way that where my wife was wanting to put it, it's not going to work out because she likes to see, the woods and the field and all that behind her house, and this would just you'd be looking at a roof, So, but now we were out there this evening talking about it a little bit about where we could move it to or whatever because I went ahead and I put the legs up and like just I didn't put the whole thing together. I just put enough together that we could move around easy, but that she can get a visual representation of how big this thing is. And yeah, so now she's talking about, oh, maybe we should just build a deck to put it on. I don't have enough projects. Let's add more decks to it. But hey, happy wife, happy life. She goes Metallica and she wants a deck. We're gonna go to Metallica and she's gonna get a deck. So it'll be all right. So this summer I might be building a deck. Interesting. We'll see how that goes. But building a deck's really not all that hard. Digging the holes is hard. That's the hard part for all the footers, especially where I live, because where the house is, we actually had to like bring in fill dirt because when they were digging out the foundation and all that for the basement and all that, 6 inches down was nothing but shale. And I mean, like it took them 2.5 weeks to dig out this house foundation, and we didn't even get deep enough. So we ended up bringing in all kinds of dirt to just raise the house up higher. So it was pretty crazy. But yeah, so there's a lot of shale. So, but hopefully, with where I'm going to have to put the holes for footers and all that, I'm hoping that we're still in that ground that we had to add and not getting into the shale. But if we get into the shale, it's solid enough. This house, that's the great thing about this house is it'll never settle because it's literally sitting on like a big piece of shale. So it was crazy. I had pictures of it from when they were digging it out. It was a mess, absolute mess. I mean, we use a lot of the shale in the driveway. Like when we put in the original part of the driveway, we just dropped all the shale from the house into that because it was just so much of it. But yeah, ugh. But yeah, probably gonna have to start doing a deck here pretty soon. Like I don't have enough going on, but that's okay. It'll be fun. Well, it's woodworking, really. But yeah, so making a deck for our gazebo thing. Fun. Oh man, I can't believe there's 10 people out there watching this garbage. You guys are crazy. I don't understand it. I am very appreciative of it though. You know, Clack says I'm just getting the free check. Still going to be working here. Yeah, you sure are. Man, it's going to be awesome. Gonna be awesome. So, um, yeah, it'll just be nice that you're not so much in harm's way anymore. So, uh, don't be nervous about it. It's an adventure being fully self-employed. I started my solar company ooh, 13 years ago, 13, 14 years ago in March, 13 years ago in March. And man, I tell you what, I love working for myself. Well, it was it just allows you a little more freedom, and you can be as busy or not as busy as you want to be. So, um, thankfully, it's also given me the flexibility that I can help out with my wife's family and all that stuff that lives around us. A couple of days a week, I have to I pick up my mother-in-law from her dialysis stuff so that she doesn't have to drive afterwards because she doesn't drive very well to begin with, and then take all the you know fluid and all that crap out of her with dialysis 3 days a week. I'd prefer she not drive after that. So I usually pick her up from there and all that stuff. So being able to go, when you need to make an appointment somewhere, when's a good time? Whatever, whatever time we're at, not before 9 o'clock. I need some sleep. But yeah, got to get up, and we got Grandpa that lives with us here, my wife's grandfather. So I get up, and first thing I do is make him breakfast. He gets 2 eggs, over easy. Well, I guess no, not over easy. It's considered fried eggs, I guess. But the yolk's still movable, and then some bacon to go along with that. And he's happy as a clam for breakfast. He gets some buttered bread. And he's good to go. And then he goes on his news escapade for the next 12 hours, and then he goes to bed. so he's actually already in bed, but I hear the TV's still on up there, so I do need to go get that shut off at some point here and shut stuff down. So it looks like the wife is. Oh, shoot. All right. Well, need to go get some stuff done upstairs. Oh yeah. Oh, Dwayne's been watching on the big screen, man. You watching horror movies on that big screen. Hot Tub's Calling. Yeah, nice. All right. I'll see you on Saturday night there, Dwayne. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. I think it's a good time for us to shut the whole thing down anyway. I got to go upstairs, got to take care of a few things and get it done. So hopefully we'll be better on Saturday night when we do the regular show, and we'll see. I'll get the show all set up tomorrow, and tell your friends, tell your neighbors. There's garbage on Saturday night, and is this 99? I think it is. Am I right, or is this the 100? I can't remember. I don't know. Yeah, but anyway. All right, party people. Well, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. I appreciate it, and we'll see everybody on Saturday night. Peace out.